Yeah, levels are normal. Okay, that's weird. This is typical though. I mean, when I've been messing with my microphone sensitivity. All right, guys. I'm still kind of getting set up here, so give me a moment, please. We're going to be doing typical arcade stuff. That means probably a lot of solo small gang. I hope you guys enjoy. Pretty cool, pretty fun AT practice. I don't know how many of you have ever done that before yourselves, but that's kind of how it goes normally. I think normally we take it a little bit more seriously. You might have a little bit more discussion and stuff, but we are on the earlier end of our practice. We are a very young team, tournament players wise. We have individuals that have been in pretty much 1 to 3 tournaments, actually 0 to 3, I guess is the best way to put it. Over half of our members have never been in a tournament before, so a lot of what you were hearing and what you were seeing is pretty much the sort of stuff you're going to see when you have a team that has never been in a tournament. So kind of, I don't know if you guys could hear, but what I was talking to Sio for about just a few minutes before is that a lot of what we're practicing is just basic communication, basic piloting, basic usage of your ship, practicing how to talk, when to talk. It's very different from your typical kind of fleet combat in that what you're looking at when you're flying around in a tournament or in a small gang, like a super serious small gang, is that everyone should be more or less communicating, but it's learning when to communicate, what to communicate, from your channel. Learning brevity. So, lots of pretty cool stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Disconnected.
Now, let me, like I said, I'm still getting kind of the stream set up, and we all sort things out. So right now I don't even have the chat up to talk to you guys, unfortunately. Here we go. Chat is taking forever to load. Come on, chat. You can do this. You can do this together. Let's do this together, chat. Welcome to the chat room. Yay, alright. Finally, an appropriate amount of cactus. Alright, yeah. Yeah, we got this all sorted out now. This on-the-fly switching and keeping things running is making my inner nerd happy. X4, it's been a bumpy road. This is our first time doing this. Normally, in the past, we've had Tyrion Biohazard to manage our technical side of things, and he's a wizard. He has a wizard hat. You've never seen it when he streams, but it's there. It's like invisible unless you two are a wizard. But he's really good at managing stuff. He actually has his own home server or work server. I don't know how the hell he manages it, but he'll take in all the feeds and then he'll squish it in through his computer, his huge, massive, throbbing computer, and get everything sorted out. So what we're doing right now is a little bit more Stone Age in comparison. All right, I think I'm good to go here, kind of. Let's see. There we go. Let's get a little. I know you guys listened to Beastie Boys last night, but you're gonna get a little bit more of it today because I didn't get to listen to the whole License to Ill album. How's the audio level, guys? How's the microphone level? How's the music level for you guys? Music's a little quiet, and you sound good. Yeah, Macho, I mean, that's typically how I like to do it. You can try to turn up a little bit, though. It's good, almost no music, so perfect. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much how I prefer to do it. So you can barely hear the music, and if you don't like the music, you can always lower that down, and then you can just hear me. So that's kind of like how I prefer to do it myself. Okay, cool. Well, last night I was running around in a Vindicator, and I ended up FCing a gang, which ended up being like 30 people, and I was really confused when we fought a dead terrorist gang with 5 Logi that we squished them. I didn't actually realize what power I had in my hands, but I think today we're going to do a little bit more of the typical, stereotypical arcade thing of running around in T1B SBC. So, we're going to do that for a bit, I think. Let's see, are we good to go here? I need one more thing. I need cat gifts. That's what I need, so I'm putting those up. Music's just at the right level. Fantastic. Alright, we shall leave it there. Don't forget to plug why you're doing the stream. It's a very good point. Fire 8. So, let's, while we're still getting set up, we can talk a little bit about that. I don't know. I'm sure CO's been pimping the hell out of it. So, what's going on right now, guys? The We Heard team, we actually just held one of our team practices. We always practice around that time of the day on Saturday with various partners. But we are shooting for doing the AT. I don't know how many of you guys remember the Neo 2 tournament experience, but a whole bunch of streamers got together. Myself, Zhao, Amaduz, CO4, Pintaru, Biohazard, Dentesi, Baki, pretty much all the You Heard crowd plus friends got together, and we streamed our perspective of the New Eden Open 2 tournament. We would like to do the same thing for the Alliance tournament this year, for the AT13 2015. Unfortunately, we did not get into the random draw. So the way that the tournament starts, how it gets set up, is that there is a group of, I believe, 16 teams that are allowed a spot on for, I believe, 5plex, something like that. An additional 48 teams are allowed a spot on randomly for the cost of 5plex. And then there is, if my math is correct, I think it's slightly off. It's like 48 plus 16. No, it's 48 plus 12. There's another 4 slots that are open to a silent auction, which will, I believe, begin or end. It ends, I believe, on Monday. We have a couple of days to build up money for a silent auction. The problem with this is that there's a little bit over 20 teams that are going to be competing for the silent auction. And the amount of ISK that is required for us to have a good shot at getting into the Alliance tournament, which we have been planning for, we've been practicing for weeks now, and we intend to put a lot of time and effort into for this year, is that we need to make lots and lots of ISK. And we can't do that ourselves. We need your help. So this is a donation drive towards getting the We Heard team and the Stream Team experience for Twitch TV. We need your ISK. So this is what we're doing right now. We're doing a donation drive. So the way to do this, the way to donate to towards this effort would be to send ISK to the Ubiquitous Hurt Corporation. We can also send ISK to Sardcade. Let me actually amend OBS here to show that stuff. I'll be swapping over to my Eve client just so I don't have to mess with this. Let's rename that. think it's shift. Why does this thing have to be so big? Set size. Oh god. Why it's gotta be this way? Why it's gotta be this way? Yeah, there we go. Have to remember how to crop. There we go. Whoosh. Alright, we are good to go. That looks fairly... Oh, you know what? I need to change my chat here as well. Fuck, hold on. Nothing but people trying to... There we go. Now we should have the right chat. Sorry, guys, this is a mess. I'm not used to having to reset all my stuff on the fly here. There's a lot of things that I don't normally have to play with that I'm having to play with. Enjoy your channel. Here we go. Good. Looks like we're in. Okay, it looks like we're ready to go. Let's get out of the edit mode. There we go. Okay, I think we are good to go here. I'd run incursions to get Twitch to the player perspective of attorney, maybe auction some prize ships or Plex for good if you get that far. Actually, speaking of which, so this is what's going on right now. We're running this streaming marathon. We've been the target is to stream for a total of 40 hours. We're probably going to go longer than that. Now, the way the silent auction works is that if we make it in, then the ISK is going all towards making it in. We'll be in the tournament. Great. Mission accomplished. If we do not make it into the tournament, we're going to have, tens of billions of ISK. That money is going to be going towards the next Plex for good. For those of you that are curious about how this is going to be spent, if we make some absurd amount of ISK from this donation drive, the excess ISK is going to be going towards the tournament effort. This is very similar to what we did for the last New Eden Open tournament. Anyway, guys, how's everyone doing? Let's make sure the snippets is actually fit up properly. Yeah, it's good to go. Okay. I know we had Zhao on for probably a good 6 to 8 hours, and evidently he was drinking heavily. I've heard some amusing things about this. Not really sure how to feel about Zhao doing this, but it's a very typical Zhao thing to do, is stream for absurd amounts of time and drink the entire time. He has a constitution of an ox. Could use an MJD in here. We'll see if we can pick one up in low sec. Actually, we're missing a little bit of ammo, period. Okay. Sitting at work bored as hell. Oh, cards didn't work on weekends. Sorry to hear. Yeah, Nick, we're doing a SARD stream of transcoding. I wish I could have this every day. I honestly do, but such is life. But Zhao was gracious enough to offer up his stream as the rally point for the streaming effort, so we now have transcoding for all of our streamers, which is nice. It's the beer that helps, and it's this power source. Oh man. Yeah, I wish I could grow a beautiful mane like that. It's just not my genes. It's not my genes. Yeah, yeah. Shaggy, I heard about that. He's doing Brass Monkeys a whole bunch. I think I saw what he's doing. I think he was in a Dominix or some such. Yeah, it's Zhao's just not the kind of guy that's gonna lead a fleet. Like he can give you a direction, he can give you an idea of what to fly, and he can give you an idea of how to fly with what he's doing. But it's more of a very rough guideline. You need to be able to pretty much keep up and follow with him. So it can be pretty rough if you're running around Zhao. I'm kind of the same way. At least I tend to be that way whenever I'm streaming. I'm finding with AT though is that I'm likely going to be target calling and stuff again, so I need to kind of get back in the groove of FCing. It's surprising. It's about getting back into it. I've forgotten a lot. I've forgotten a hell of a lot. It's kind of like riding a bike, but it's also not. How's it going, Foxtrot? I'm the usurper. I'm taking over. Soon there will be a beardless man for every bearded stream you once had for EVE Online Twitch TV. Freshly shaven to riot. It was funny as hell watching the fleet fight, and he's on Twitch 8 jumps away having a whale time. I bet, yeah. Yeah, Ash, I saw. Like, I think he swapped over and he took over around 8 p.m. my time. And he probably kept going for probably solid 6 to 8 hours. I'm assuming more towards the 8-hour range. But that's just the kind of guy Zhao is. He can do that. He's comfortable, more or less comfortable doing that. I'd have a hard time doing that. Nick Sarin, the way that ATs work, especially when you're looking at having a team of 12 people, you're going to have multiple people that are going to be calling. You need to have multiple people calling. Essentially, the way it normally works is that you have one person that's calling for bigger ships and one person that's calling for smaller ships. And in addition to that, if you have that person that's calling die, then someone needs to be able to pick it up. So essentially, you need to have pretty much over half your team to be competent and comfortable people for calling strats, calling targets, and calling general movement. So, but you do have your primary people that would be calling strats and calling primaries and stuff like that. And yes, I would be one of them. We have a number of people that do that. Probably, we have about 4 right now. I'd like to expand that to getting 6 or 8 by the time we are actually in August and participating in the AT. Oh man, I should get like some sort of like strap on or taped on beard or something. That would have been better. That would have been that would be better for being on a Loco for Loki stream. Maybe I can also color my hair orange, something like that. When is the blind auction? It is on Monday. Can you use an overlay beard? No, that'd be so ugly though. The lack of beards that have been going on is sad. No, it's not sad. It's not sad at all, Merkel. Get out of my channel. This is my channel now. It has been usurped. Again, guys, we're doing an AT donation drive. We're trying to get the We Heard team, the We Heard stream team, into the AT. We are stuck in the silent auction. We're doing a donation drive for the probably next 24 hours or so. If you have ISK, if you would like to see a stream team, essentially as many perspectives as we can, as part of the AT effort, please donate towards Sardcade or Ubiquitous Hurt. It's all up on the text on the top of the channel. Appreciate any donations that go towards the effort. Hey, fucking a lot of dudes, a lot of alliances have already gotten in. There's most teams that want to get in have gotten in. But then again, there's still another 20 or so teams that are going to be competing for the ability to participate in the Alliance tournament. On top of that, you're going to have probably a fair bit of metagaming of some of the top teams trying to rig those last 4 slots. So, we'll see. I think you do more raffles. Unfortunately, Mystic Fear, that is not really my thing. I don't have anything set up for doing a raffle. So I have no capability for doing that. It's likely that Fintaro and CO4 Aderon will be doing more streams later today. They have pretty much the resources and the scripts and stuff to manage that. I'm not a giveaway stream. I've never run a giveaway stream. So unfortunately, just enjoy the tunes, enjoy the content, and enjoy the show. Will there be a public fleet this evening? I believe there's a couple of fleets and stuff scheduled for later today. Crystal Till. Oh, I love this song. I can't see. I honestly can't see what that cat gif where it's at, so I'm gonna have to adjust this cat gif. I'm probably gonna have to get a different cat gif. Let's do that right now. There we go, now I can see. How much Plex do you expect? I don't know how many Plex we expect, but the rough amounts of ISK that are going to be necessary to buy into the tournament, there's estimates for anywhere from 50 billion ISK to 75 billion ISK to an excess to that. So it's a lot of ISK. You're looking at super capital levels of effort, or multiple super capitals levels of effort to try to get into the AT to buy into it. There's a lot of competition this year. This year you've had the largest number of applicants to the Alliance tournament ever. It's been about 90 alliances have applied to get into the Alliance tournament. Now, how many of them are balking at trying to buy into the tournament through the silent auction? I don't know. But the bar for entry is going to be fairly high. It's probably because they lowered the bar to entry to 5 Plex. Yeah, that probably has a lot to do with it, for sure. Okay, 20 in Hula isn't necessarily too bad. These guys are GCC. It's kind of unusual for a cruiser. We'll see what they're actually doing. I expect if they're going to have GCC something like that, they're going to be part of a larger gang. Make sure we're insured. We are. Rapier. Ouch. That's a very dangerous ship for mine. Prophecy, Proteus. There's the two Thoraxes. Stardate. There's a number of link ships in here that I'm not too happy about. Thoraxes are scanning probably towards that link Stardate? Nope. Interesting. They docked, perhaps? Nope. I didn't know hosting actually causes a notification. Yeah, we can try that, Nixarn. Let's do that. I'm very bad about hosting. I'm very bad about that whole mechanic. I'm not the biggest fan of how it's handled. There we go. Then we have a host going. Actually, that's not going to work. Better close that. There we go. Thorax is moved. Still on scan, though. I might head back over to mid-system where I saw that Rapier on scan. Yeah, Thorax is off scan. And it looks like both... I think I saw the Stardate at a station. Looks like all the links are on stations, which are very difficult to deal with. The stations in the system are not kind for bumping. Yeah, that Stardate is at a station. That Proteus is at a station. Okay, let's head to mid-system, see what's going on over there, and then we'll see if we can get any work done. Again, Rapier is really scary. If Rapier has any sort of logistics, it's going to be very difficult to deal with. I'm in a more or less a gank Tempest right now. I don't really have any nanos or anything like that. There's a number of suspects in here. Kind of scared of having to deal with recon, something like that. With this kind of local. A lot of people I don't really necessarily recognize here. I think it's large. That's right. Can't use that. Can't use the tracking camera. Okay, these guys are at the novice. Omen Navy issue stabber at the novice. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Okay. Kitsune. Eesh. You know what? I don't know if this is a good idea. It's probably a bad idea. I don't have any sort of ECCM or anything like that. I mean, I can throw drones on a Kitsune, but it's not going to be enough. Kitsune's going to be able to run me down very effectively. But if they don't have a scrambler, then they're going to have a hard time. Okay, we're up 5 in local. Let's go on Ares. Omen's it. Ares is linked. People seem pretty bitter in local. And nothing's really around here anymore. Alright, we're gonna move on. Since it doesn't really seem really fun in Cormona right now, so let's head over to Hula. What happened to the AT practice? The AT practice ended. We put about, gosh, 3 hours into it, Maximus? It typically goes for about 3 hours. I don't think hosting sends notifications, no, Sir Squeebs, but what can happen is someone will log in, they'll look at their followed list, and they'll see someone that their good friend Sarcade is hosting, their good friend Loco for Loki. It's the only thing I can think of. I don't think hosting will send notifications. I always tell my viewers, though, to follow my tweet alerts, so I did tweet that I'm going to be on Loco for Loki stream. How's it going with Squeeps? Did you get some food, something like that? It's about dinner time for you. Okay, we're getting a lot of reds coming into local. Who's that? UK? I'm surprised I have UK. Oh, Old Man Gang. Well, that's less than fun. Yeah, Old Man Gang. Those guys don't typically take chances. Really, a Loki on scan, but it's not on the station. Is there legitimately a Loki that's cloaked up doing things? These no handlebar guys are a major issue for me. I'm worried about logistics. So we're going to pull as much range as possible before this fight happens. Seeing a lot of people in local. I'm assuming it's with the sacrilege. Fortunately, the sacrilege looks like it's tri-marked and shit, so I'm just gonna get out of here. Again, I'm pretty sure everything that's oranges here is with null handlebars. And last time, I've never seen a null handlebars group without a gang with it. So I'm assuming that these guys are not going to be playing let's actually have fun with the soloist. Let's assume there's going to be multiple logistics bullshit. We can confirm that, though. I don't know where their gang's going to be, but I can have the Roshar gang and the Talon gate on scan from heading over either of those gates, so I'm going to check that really quick. Cariel, nice. I think I saw them warping towards the Roche gate. Atrons are bullshit. You know, another thing is with the no handlebars guys, I don't know how many of them are actually... I don't know if they base out here now, or if they're actually roaming and they're actually active, so... But anyway, getting a sacrilege to scramble your battleship is never really a good start to a fight. Let's, you know, let's dock it really quick, let's repair. And continue looking around for a fight, seeing what these guys are doing. Sacrilege again. Well, 5 or 8, I'm not too worried about it. I appreciate, though. Yeah, I'm not seeing these guys as gang. Maybe they don't have a gang out. Maybe they're docked up or something. They base on Hula. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't... Did they just move into Hula? Or did they just move in the war zone? It's only in the past week or two that I've seen no handlebars. I distinctly recall just setting their standings recently. So... Let's see what's going on here. All right, let's go check out Camilla. For 2 months, but they have lived there in the area for like 8 months. Oh, interesting. That's really weird to me, land, that I haven't really been seeing them. Evidently, they do have links. That's really weird to me that this guy is actually running around with links, but the sacrilege didn't run me down. Yeah, well, here's the thing, though, Land. I do actually play in the EU prime time. Usually during the weekends, sometimes during Fridays and stuff. And I'm around Hula all the time. I'm around this area all the time, and I've hardly seen them. I would say like I've only really seen them in the past month. But then again, like you said, they've only been in Hula for the past 2 months or so, so yeah, that does make sense. That jives. I think we're going to get her fight in Cormona. I'm going to check Camilla here really quickly, but it looks like when I first went in here, it was about 20 in local. Now we're at the 28, and people are just blah 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 in local, smacking each other. So I'd imagine there's going to be some sort of a fight available for me in Cormona. I didn't mean to overheat. Oh man, that align time on a battleship. Isn't it great? Isn't it great, guys? It's like I never actually hit the work command. How much does it cost to get into the Linesman tournament? Rascal, it depends. So most teams got in for 5 plex. Now all but 4 slots are tied up. So we're doing a silent auction, and it depends on what players put in as their bids to get into the tournament. So for a team, for the general consensus is going to be anywhere from 50 to 75 plus billion ISK. So it's a lot of ISK, a lot of space money. Hey Queenie, how's it going? So unfortunately, the station model is awful. So to try to bump this Proteus, try to scrape him off this station, I've tried multiple times. It's nearly impossible to do. So I'm not going to try to scrape this Proteus off. You just got up, Queen? Nice. Yeah, it is a lot. Yeah, I mean it's pretty much like investing into a Titan. You can almost say just to get into a tournament if you did not make into the random draw, or if you were not given an assured spot. I think 12 teams were given assured spots. I think 48 got randomly selected for the tournament, and now there's 4 slots open to about 20 teams. And between metagaming and between teams just trying to make sure that they are 100% getting in, and the amount of money that people throw around for Alliance tournaments, it's a very large buy-in. It's very expensive to do. Why is it so hard for you guys to get in the AT? Should placing so high last year open? We were not in the same alliance. This is a different alliance. We're a different organization this year. If we were still part of Exodus, we would have had an assured spot into the alliance tournament. But we are a different organization this year. Ooh, Sepals. And I have Suspect. That's actually really scary. That many Sepals. That's... Oh, God damn, this stupid tracking camera. You get so used to it. Yeah, this is probably not the best idea I've had. A whole bunch of Sepals is probably the last thing I want to be fighting. Sepals still really run around with oversized afterburners. It's not something you ever really want to fight in a large gun reliant ship. So if this guy has a lot of friends, and if they get on top of me, I pretty much need to be able to bail. Well, the tracking camera's bugged right now. It's very annoying. I was under the impression that it was going to be fixed, and I keep on asking people, and they keep on saying, yeah, it's going to be fixed. But it seems that the issue with the tracking camera is taking longer to either fix or longer to deploy than anticipated by CCP. I have not played Darkest Dungeon. I really want to wait until it's under its release date, Queen. That's kind of my spot with it. It's a fantastic game. It looks great. It looks really fun. The problem that I have with early release games is that I played the shit out of them, and then they get released and they have all sorts of new cool features, and I get burned out on them. And Darkest Dungeon looks like the kind of game I could put in 60 to 100 hours and then get burned out on. So I want to just play it when it's in its full release state. So that's what I'm waiting out for. That's what I'm holding out for right now. That's a really cool game, though. I'm glad you brought it up, and yeah, it is on sale right now. It looks like a second sequel coming in. Huh. First, I guess. I'm expecting these sequels to be together. Maybe they're not. We'll see. Sky Artillery or ACs? ACs. With a missile launcher. That's a good sign. I think I'm going to lose Lockerbie before my MJD goes off. Maybe not. Yep, there's another sequel. shit, I wanted him to come into me, now he's bailing. Fuck. Oh well. I was hoping they're going to be more aggressive, and they weren't. Oh well. I guess it could have been more aggressive, but I really wasn't expecting them to run like that. I was also expecting them to be a lot faster. That they weren't in... didn't look like they were in prop mode starting out. It looks like they're in defensive mode. J5 scram. God, these ships have gotten so inexpensive. I'm used to people putting a little bit of money into these sepals. Anything else on scan? Anything else really going on in the system? Jaguar. Nothing really. Actually, the same number of sepals are on scan now as before, which is weird to me. Maybe that's all POS junk? I don't know. Or maybe someone just reshipped already. I'm going to rep up, though, and get some more 800s. Okay. Yeah, that is a economy sepal fit right there. Yeah, teleport's a good nade game. Yeah. MGD is it's a cheesy module, but yeah, it's definitely fun. It's definitely a really good showmanship kind of module. If you can line up MGDs, you're in the money. Especially if you're trying to show off. Alright, I doubt this station's going to have Republic Fleet Titanium Large. Titanium Sabos in general is a very rare ammo to have, but we'll see if we can pick some up here. I use it pretty much for killing off fast-moving support. Oh, okay. I'll do that. Sure, why not? I'll actually bring that into low sec. Let's drop off that loot, and we're gonna get back into space and PvPing. Why am I watch listed? Nick, I've been watch listing people from the stream. So there's a number of people that I've met in game that are regulars to my stream, and that have been playing around with me in game. So I've been watch listening you guys. Not as like, oh my gosh, you guys are deadly, or you guys are link alts or anything. It's just that you guys are my buddies from Twitch TV. Bumping people with MGDs. I have yet to do that, Andori. I have yet to do an MGD bump. I'm not there yet, unfortunately. So I've not figured that one out yet. I've tried it once and I nearly hit it. I've tried it a couple times and there's been kind of stupid things going on. Either the guy decided to move at the last second, or I'd had a buddy try to MGD and he scared the target off and he docked up, things like that. MGDs in general are just a lot of fun. Doberman, if you can, English please. There's not very many people that speak, I'm guessing Russian? Some Slavic stuff. This one station here, nice, okay. Oh, dude, Queen, the problem with that, though, is we had nothing to tackle it. You're not going to be able to lock the chameleon. That was my only problem with it. I wanted to get the pre-lock onto him, but he cloaked up. I mean, yeah, you got him, you MGD onto him. It was a beautiful MGD. It was right on top of him. It was perfect. That was perfect, dude. I just wish the chameleon pilot was a little bit less, and he didn't anticipate it. I just wish he didn't anticipate it, and he hold there for like the 15 seconds it takes for a battleship to lock him. And it would have been glorious, because it would have been the chameleon kill. Although I almost loathe to see those types of ships die on Tranquility, because it takes so much balls for a player to actually even undock them on TQ. I feel like they should have like 99% resist and other kind of dev tools for when people fly them. Sorry, can you MGD through the station, then pop out and bump someone off the other side? Yeah. It's a teleport. It teleports you straight through an object. So yeah, that can work. Unfortunately, you also run the risk of bumping from the station first. But if you land it perfectly, yeah, that would work. Yeah, risk versus reward. So yeah, exactly. AT ships should get dev tools. Exactly, I agree. Thank you, Shaggy. What was the chameleon's name? It was someone, I believe, in Genos. I don't remember the pilot's name. Casper. Sorry. Quinny might be able to tell you. Okay, just another reminder, guys. Again, this stream, the reason why we're over on Zhao's channel, and I hope you're enjoying the transcoding. We Hurt, my alliance, is trying to get to the alliance tournament. We did not make it into the random draw, so now we are left attempting to buy our way in through the silent auction. The silent auction occurs on Monday. At least I think it's cut off something like that. I just know it's Monday. And what this means for We Hurt is that we need to raise something on the order of 50 to 75 billion ISK in like 3 days. So if you guys remember our New Eden 2 experience, the New Eden Open experience, where we had We Hurt acting as a stream team and giving you guys an insider look into how matches play out from the players, the pilots, the participants' eyes, please donate towards this effort. You can donate either to myself, Starcade, or my corporation, Ubiquitous Hurt. We're always going to need we're always going to need some ISK. The way this works, the silent auction, if we make it in, all that money will be taken away, and then we'll be in the tournament and we'll be fine. If we do not make it into the tournament, we will be refunded. However, with the number of donations that have been so far given to us, we will be putting that ISK towards Plex for good. I know, for those of you that are actually donating quite generously, there's going to be a good cause no matter what. It's either going to be for Plex for good, or it's going to be for us just getting into the tournament. So guys, if you're not able to donate anything like that, don't worry about it. Enjoy the show. Same old for PvP, EVE Online streams. Just enjoy. Talk about the game. Talk amongst yourselves. But that's what's going on for this weekend. So far, the target is a 40-hour streamathon. We may go longer. Probably go a fair bit into Sunday. We'll see how long we're able to keep it going. So we're back down to about 20 dudes, so I'm guessing the gang that was over in this system has maybe moved on, something like that? I don't know. I kind of loath to go back to Hula if we're going to have a whole bunch of dudes, potentially with lodging and stuff. Again, handlebars, those pilots in general, I've never really seen them without a gang. And the sacrilege pilot that I was poking at, or was trying to poke at me earlier, was waiting to get in scramble range to tackle me. We'll see. Let's poke our heads right back into Hula, because I know there's a potential fight over there. Oh god, this tracking camera. Jesus. Do you have any VODs of the New Eden Open stuff? Yes, I do. If you head over to Sarcade's stream, it's on the highlights. I think our point of view for all of our New Eden Open matches are in my highlights. So if you click on my name, head over to my channel, all that information will be in Sarcade's stream in the highlights section. I can get that for you guys right now. Let's see. Profile. Whoosh. Damn. Just scroll down, you'll see New Eden Open, all that kind of stuff. We actually placed third in the New Eden Open. We're one of the only teams to actually get prizes out of it. It's a lot of fun. It was one of the best EVE experiences I've ever had, which is saying a lot for me. Yeah, okay, so I'm not seeing any handlebars guys now, so I'm assuming that those guys were in a gang. And I did not see them anywhere in system when I passed through here in Hola, which is telling me either they just decided to start roaming, or they all logged off at the same time, or they're doing something cloaky. Oh no, I'm kind of leaning towards they just decided to roam. So I'm just going to head towards probably Almach area, and I wouldn't be surprised if I get bumped into him. Keep remembering the icon for the sun has changed, so we need to look for that. So it's actually pretty cool. What I did there when I looked at his ship, something that I didn't know for the longest time. It took me about 8 years to figure this out after watching a PvP highlight video from a Russian video maker. I don't remember his name, unfortunately, but the guy plays on a potato. When you look at a target and you mount on a pallet in space, you double click, it affects your ship. So what I did there is I looked at which way he was pointing, and I made my Tempest lineups to minimize transversal in that direction. Ooh, Kitsune, Rapier. Yikes. Honestly, the Kitsune alone probably means I should not take a fight here. Kitsune is nasty, and it's very likely that all these guys are together. They are all on scan towards that novice. I'm not seeing really anyone in space that would be shooting each other. There's no one with timers here. We'll go on a deep range. I do have an MJD. They'd have to get a scrambler onto me to hold me down. Still fairly scary. Yeah, Rivers Eagles, it's one of the easiest way to match trans is to look at a target and then double click in space to match the direction he's going. It's a very powerful tool. I don't like that fucking Kitsune, man. With Kitsune and a Rapier, eesh. It's rough. Oh god, I'm right next to everything too. I'm like at the perfect spot for them. Oh, there's gems. Looks like they are not diving for scram. So I'm away. Yeah, Kitsune is just not something I really want to be fucking with. So I'm not going to deal with that gang. I really need to DCC him for that fight, or just friends. I think the best answer to that fight is friends. I would have won a lot more fights. Yeah, the more you know, right? Rivers Eagles. The more you know. How's it going, Thekla? Good to have you. Oh my goodness. I have to grab some water here in a moment. I'm going to wait down my AR and jump through here. We're going to look for a fight that doesn't involve a Kitsune. I think I saw the Kitsune fuck off there towards the end. I'm not really sure what happened. I might have been able to stick around. But it looked like the Rapier was pulling away from heavy newt range. I wanted to deal with the Rapier first and foremost. I don't know. I might have been able to stick around there a little bit longer, or a lot longer, maybe kill a rapier, but I don't think I was going to be in heavy range of the rapier. Okay, we're loaded up. Let's jump, dock, I'm going to get some water, then we'll keep on roaming. We need a shower, SARD, and ECCM implants. That'd be pretty awesome. The only frustrating thing about ECCM implants is that they're specific to a race of ship, and I fly a lot of different races. Yes, this is Tycho, Thekla. I've been on a Tycho hype train recently. Is this possible for an enemy to prevent you from using a large micro jump drive? Yes. Akiris? So if that's how I pronounce your name. The way you do that is scramble an opponent. As the only way to interrupt a micro jump cycle. So those guys were gang linked. They had interceptors. They could have, if they had a scrambler, all they had to do is come within 18 kilometers and scramble me. And with a Kitsune, it had been a very safe thing to do. But they either didn't have scramblers fit or they did not think of that happening. Well, Klopskind here, he is a member of the Ronin. He actually is probably going to be trying to help me out. Depending on what he might, if he is looking to help me out, we might be able to go right back over to Cormona and get some fights, get an actual good engagement. But guys, I'll be right back. I need to get some water. Back in a minute. Oh man, I need to change out the filter on my picture. Don't invite me to chat, Klops. What are you doing? In fleet. Oh, am I in a fleet? Why am I in a fleet? Okay. Oh, you're in fleet. Okay. It's both Indian fleet and not together. Together. So here's a question for you guys. I know we're on a partnered stream right now, and it may be heresy, but how many of you guys have heard about the news of YouTube doing gaming streaming? Anyone been reading up on that? The cutoff date for the silent auction is Monday next week. Don't have much time. Donate now. Donate now. Give me your money. Give it all to me. Waha. Doesn't work that way, Thekla. Doesn't work that way. Start your own Plex drive, your own donation drive. YouTube is using HTML5. Yeah, it's a much better streaming thingy thing. Yes, that's very true, Thecla. The user base on YouTube's huge. The HTML streaming, it has transcoding for all users. It should be a lot more stable. There's also really cool playback options, so you can pause a stream. You can go back in time in the stream. Really cool stuff. Where are these guys at? You can already watch streams through YouTube. It's not going to be a new site. No, it's not. It's going to be, I think, either a new subsection or a new subdomain or however the fuck that works on YouTube. Yeah, the current way they do chat is one of the major drawbacks to the chat as they have designed for streaming on YouTube. It's more or less a very fast-paced comment system. You're not allowed to, I believe, make a comment faster than every 30 seconds, something ridiculous like that. It's not all that good. There are a lot of problems with that chat. Yeah, for sure. Let's see, what am I close to? What can I bounce to shoot this guy? Oop, stabber docked. Never mind. Yeah, they all docked. Okay. Yes, Thecla, you're absolutely right. Pretty much the way I run my stream, it's I interact with my chat a lot, and people talk a lot. It's a small community, so having people talking multiple times in 30 seconds is no big deal. But for a streamer that has thousands of people in this chat every 30 seconds, I think it's absolutely fine. But another thing, Rivers Eagles mentioning Twitch has the lead in how their chat works big time. It's actually, I would say they don't. Their servers are quite unstable. That's one of the major downfalls of running with for allowing thousands of people to chat and having no limitation on how fast they chat is you have a lot of issues with the chats. And anytime you have like a major tournament or anything major going on, a major event going on Twitch TV, the chat channels tend to go kaput. Whereas the permanent system, permanent delayed system, not delayed, but the permanent limited system for having lines of chat coming into a stream is a good way to make sure that you always have people being able to talk, just in like kind of a metered fashion. Google has more money than God. If they want to give Twitch a fight on streaming games, they will. Well, it seems like they're doing just that. Grove Salt. There's a lot of money in it, so I have nothing against it. I'm quite happy with the technical side of things on YouTube. Actually, here's another huge problem I have with YouTube, and this is something that has not been resolved for many years now, is that you can't watch content on YouTube if you live in Germany. I think it's either you cannot watch stuff on YouTube, period, or there's a heavy limitation on the content you can watch in Germany. That's probably my biggest reason that I would never go to YouTube, because there's a lot of people that play video games and like to watch on Twitch TV that dwell in Germany. I know they can get by in a proxy, but that's not. You always want to lower the bar for entry. You always want to make sure that the maximum number of people can watch. And forcing people to go through proxy, even if it is like a couple of clicks to do, is a great way to make sure that you have a lot less exposure. Meow. Drugs are gone. Oh, thanks for the reminder, Miter. We're gonna have to get hyped up again here. No one in Golem. Golem has been so quiet recently. What happened to Periphery? Queenie! Queenie, where are your countrymen? It happens more often than you think, Lion Cake. Actually, it happens fairly often. I like to imagine anyway. Are Austingale and Nago's heavy traffic system in the Galmill area? If you're looking for fights in those areas, I think those would be decent systems. Just in general, whenever I roam through Placid and Essence, I don't see people to fight. I don't know what you're looking for. Land 780. I'm not really sure if you're looking for a fight or if you're just looking for really small scale stuff. If anything, you're going to find really small scale stuff in Placid and Essence. There doesn't tend to be a lot of gang combat going on in Galente space. Most of the gang combat happens in Caldari space and Blackrise sort of area. Queen, isn't this EU printing kind of? It's like, it's like 10 or 12, but it's Saturday. Come on, guys, come on, man, come on. I'm gonna forget to pop this drug. I'm not gonna pop it just yet. I'm gonna pop it right now because I'm gonna forget to pop that drug. What did I get hit with? Shield capacity. I can care less. Who needs shields anyway? To hell with shields. All the activity seems to be around Hadazoko And I have bad experiences lately around Ardar Hadazoko. There are camping groups that kind of base around this time zone. Nothing that I or a duo, myself and Klopskin, can really deal with, so I'm just going to move on here. You think of a new place to move to, like Hula? It depends what you're looking for. What are you looking for, land? Sorry, I have the solution. Oh god. What is the solution? Is it the final solution? Playing the Chinese server. Oh, well, there you go. I like that solution. That's the best solution. Nobody knows Sardkide. Surd Kurd on the Chinese server. Yeah, yeah. That'd be nobody with a ping of, like, I don't know, 2 seconds. What happened to your beard? I shaved it yesterday. Take that. Oh, a couple new people in here. Stratius. Dude, the radar dish is like the 100% best part of this shit. It's the only reason to ever fly Tempest. Right here. You're looking at it, gentlemen. Ladies and gents. The spinny bit on Tempest. Best addition to this ship. Sentinel? It's like as bad as a fucking Kitsune. Jesus. Damn, that didn't take long. There's the Kitsune. Fuck. So they're now running with Scrambler. That's frustrating. Klops is down. Now I'm jammed. So I'm gonna get perm jammed here. For sure, 100%. Just how it's gonna play out. ECM. Yeah, that's a lot of ECM drones. So on top, it's just not gonna work. Multiple jam cycles. Yep, we're good. Slodo fucked up. Yeah, I mean, we dove into it. In fact, I had a statter and a sequel. Unfortunately, the sequel just got murderized by the rapier and Omen Navy issue combo. Double webs pretty much meant the sequel wasn't able to mitigate any damage whatsoever. There's a lot of stuff on scan. I kind of want to shoot this Omen Navy issue, but I know the Kitsun's only like 10 or so seconds away from warp. Maybe 20. Probably not that close. So I'm gonna hold off on trying to murderize the Omen Navy issue. I don't understand that either, Thekla. I'm not gonna argue. You know, I'm gonna count my blessings, or at least I'm not gonna count my blessings. Just take it and run. So I guess I can't really deal with that gang. So I mean, I pretty much had everything I could have hoped for. Unfortunately, how we instigated, we were looking at shooting at their combat ships versus dealing with their support ships. We really needed to kill the Kitsune at the very get-go. That just didn't happen. We have like another 10 people in here. I don't know if those guys are shooting shooting that small gang or if they're moving through. I saw some Hurricanes and stuff on scan. The BC gang with execers and things. Interesting. Where's that at? Where's all this stuff at? Oh, look at all that stuff. Wow. It's a lot of things. A lot of things, people and places and things. Where are these people? Unicorn? Is this another random group? Bunch of randoms. Looks like it's a bunch of randoms. Just a bunch of fucking randoms. God, this is like probably the most frustrating thing to try to deal with when roaming around. Is like a community roam where everyone's in a different fucking organization. So infuriating to try to parse out in local. Some of them are same corps. I'm not going to set standings to every last one of them. Am I going to be joining the Fits and Giggles? Probably. As long as I'm in a battleship. Sart hates the Eve community. Nice. Yes, that's exactly what's going on here. I hate you all. Give me your misc. Give it to me now. Give it to me. Give it to me. Feed me. Let's get into the AT. Alright. Let's grab some more 800s and continue on. Looks like there's a little bit too much in the system. Jesus, what is that, Sio? When's the Fits and Giggles thing happening, Sio? Toss me to the harbor. I will die, Thekla! Jesus, you didn't see how bundled up I was in Iceland? Dude, if I touch like ice cold water, I will literally become an ice cube. I will immediately shoot up because ice floats, and I'll land on the ground, and I'll shatter, and I will break into a million pieces, and it'll be all on you, Thekla. You'll be a murderer. Murderer. It's not like an Eve. I don't have a backup clone. You don't do that to a California man. You don't fuck around. Temperature extremes, no. It has to be like between 67 and 72 degrees. Otherwise, we die. Is there an MJD in here? I don't think I have any left over here. No. Shove that in there. I think I also left my drones behind. I'm low on drones, right? It's a flight of Valks, I believe. Yeah, it's Valks. Throw that in there. I'm taking shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah, I'll probably bring a hoodie this time. I'm right there with you, really. Oh, you're not moving, right? Oh, you docked. Fuck. I was gonna see if I could volley him with hail. Probably wouldn't work out too well. Where's the Hula Gate? There's the Hula Gate. They're not in the Hula Gate. Okay. Oh, I have all this fucking titanium sabo. I should drop that off. They're not at the Camilla Gate, they are not at the Hula Gate. Okay. Check Hula really quick, then probably gonna move on from this area. I don't know where to, but somewhere. Sever and Auga Gate flashy? Okay. Try that. Yes, exactly, Bob. How's it going, Bob? Good to have you, dude. Yep, again, just another reminder, I suppose. What's going on right now, the reason why I'm over on Zhao Amadeus's Twitch TV channel, and I hope you guys are enjoying the transcoding, is We Hurt, my alliance, of Ubiquitous Hurt. We are trying to get into the alliance tournament. We did not make it into the random draw. There are 4 slots available to get into the AT. There are over 20 teams that are going to be vying, potentially, in a silent auction that starts and I believe closes on Monday. We're anticipating having to fundraise in excess of 50 billion ISK. So any little bit that you guys can send over helps. Feel free to donate ISK to Sardcade or my corporation, Ubiquitous Hurt. All of that money will go towards the silent auction. If we don't make it into the AT, it will be going towards the next Plex for Good. Looks like the game's coming. Losing my train of thought because I'm trying to get away from these guys. Let's see if I can get away. But yeah, so we're doing a 40-hour streamathon. I think we have something around 30 or so hours left. So if you can't donate, don't worry about that. Enjoy the show, and we'll be streaming for a while now. I believe CO4 is going to be picking up the stream a little bit later. He's going to be doing a public fleet. I think it's called a Fits and Giggles. You can get more details in the chat. You're not subbed to Eve right now? Oh no, Bob. Oh no. Oh, Shaggy, I moved on. When I landed on the aggregate, the battlecruiser gang landed right with me, so I'm going to try to move ahead of that gang. Oh, Dominic's over here. Dominic's isn't typically around. It's probably going to be Ripley or someone over here, but maybe not. We'll see. Dominic's is actually a fairly scary fight for a Tempest like mine. I don't have a lot of buffer. Then again, the Dominic's doesn't typically do a lot of damage output. More the issue, though, is that they likely will have a whole bunch of heavy newts if they are running around kind of a small gang thing and can destroy my ability to move around effectively at range. How's it going, King? Dude, Tempest is, at this point, hands down my favorite ship model. I have a lot of favorites. I have a lot of ships that I'm very much endeared to, but the Tempest is right there on the top. Where's Hull Cleaver? He should have us in there instantly. I haven't seen Hull Cleaver around. I've seen him on Twitters occasionally. I don't know what he's doing. You know, he has a very busy real life, so I have no idea what's going on with him. He's not very interested in the AT. I know that much, but I'm not sure. No, the Megathron. Yeah, yeah. The Megathron's big for me. The Tempest is big for me. The Raven is really big for me. Those are probably my top models. Cyclone, I'm very enamored with just because I love that ship. It's one of my favorite all-rounder ships in the game. I've done so much with the Cyclone. It's hard not to love the look of it as well. It's not the prettiest of ships, but it's a nice one. Yeah, Clear Skies. Oh man, yeah, Clear Skies. That's a classic for sure. You don't like one Caldari hulls. Do you? Well, here's a question for you, Bob. Do you like the new style ship models that are coming out for Caldari, or do you? Or let me rephrase that. Do you not like the new style of ship models? Do you not like the old style ship models? Do you not like anything about them? Because the new ship models are very different to what the old models used to be. They are very symmetric. They're very sleek and sexy. I think they're boring because of that. But I'd imagine if you didn't like the old Caldari aesthetic, you'd be enjoying the new Caldari aesthetic. Probably from my Galente Fact War years of fuck squids. Nice. APOC is a very cool, sexy ship for sure. The Jackdaw is awful. Yes, it's like you're flying a brick. It is worse than a Roke. Roke actually kind of looks good. The Naga looks like a giant railgun to me. I feel like it should accelerate this giant projectile from the center of the ship. But the Jackdaw, yeah, I'm not a fan of the Jackdaw model at all. I don't think that looks good. Oh, that's a lot of people with GCC. Interesting. That probably means that there's some combat going on here. It's going to be at least one logistic ship. I don't know if I can deal with that. It also probably means they're going to be game linked. Most camps like this do have that. The problem with warping to the gate at range here is that it gives them plenty of time to fuck off if they don't want to be dealing with the Tempest, but it gives me a bit of time to decide if I want to engage them or warp at zero, warp at range, that sort of thing, instead of just warping at range and then getting caught. Oh, the Paladin. I wish the Paladin had an application bonus. I really dislike the capacitor bonus on the Paladin. I wish that was something that was combat related and not more or less PvE related. Just bake that bonus into the ship hull, as far as I'm concerned. Now, where did all the GCC guys go? They just lose their GCC? Interesting. I think this was one of them. Hey, Wibbly. I'll go to the donation drive. I'm not entirely certain where we're at with it. We've gotten a lot of donations yesterday. The what the hell is it called? The auction that CO4 ran went very well. I know Fintaro streamed for a little bit. I know Zhao streamed for a very long period of time. I'm not really sure where we're at. Yesterday, at the end of CO4 stream, we were at 20-something billion ISK. We have a long ways to go, though. I know we have a long ways to go. So we're still very much in the please give ISK phase of things. We need to fundraise a lot. 50 billion ISK is kind of like the bare minimum for putting any sort of attempt in. It's probably not going to get you into the AT. We're shooting for 75 plus kind of areas. Not really sure what we're going to actually land at, but it's very important that if anyone would like to see our A team in the Lions tournament stream their player perspectives, similar to what we've done in the New Eden Open, you can check out highlights of that experience over on my channel. It's Arcade's channel on Twitch TV. To please donate if you have ISK available to you. A couple notes about that. So the way that the silent auctions work, it's going to, I think, close on Monday. If we get in, then we're in. It's great. Then WeHurt will be doing the stream team for the AT-13. If we do not get in, all the ISK that has been donated, all of that ISK will be going towards the next Plex for Good. That's how we're going to be handling the donated money. Yes, we clearly need 1 trillion ISK. A 24-hour incursion fleet. Unfortunately, Maximus, I mean, we have a number of players that do that stuff. We've had a lot of players from inside our organization, inside our corporations in the Alliance, donating ISK. I think a fair chunk of what's been donated so far has actually just been people within our organizations. But a lot of our streamers are not PvE streamers. What we do and what we live and breathe is PvP, so I don't know the first thing about incursion. I don't intend to get into incursions. Oh, okay. Okay, so from what I'm seeing from our schedules, CO4 is scheduled to do a Fits and Giggles roam in something like 12 minutes. I don't know if he's going to do that later or on time for that. I don't mind either way. So we'll see how that goes. I think a lot of new ship designs that are flat. The stealth bomber seems to be inspirational to ships these days. Yeah, you had a very like the old art aesthetic of being asymmetrical and blocky is giving way for kind of sleeker, sexier things with a lot more action going on, a lot more bits and stuff tacked on. I don't like it. I'm very much happy with the old ship aesthetic. One thing I sent a tweet at CCP Fox 4 about asking him is if it is possible that players will have a microtransaction option of having the old ship models. And the answer is no. It's technically feasible, but no. It would require a lot of their art department to do upkeep on old models and have new models, things like that. But it's something I hope one day in the future we'll have an option to, where we have these different generations of ship models, and maybe one day we'll be able to have old models and new models and things like that. Because, again, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the newer models. Like, for example, the new Blackbird model. Oh, to hell with that. I'm not a fan of that at all. Does it mean it's not cool and it doesn't have a lot of interesting aspects to it? It's a very busy ship model. That's fine. It's fine. I understand. It's an interesting model in and of itself, but I like the old Blackbird model. Oh, Thecla, yeah, that's what's actually happening here. Is that we're trying to get me a Cambion. I don't know what a Cambion is. I think it's a missile frigate, but I need Papa Sar needs a tournament ship. Doing it now, please. Yeah, I mean, the models that actually have stuff going on, it's pretty cool. Absolutely agree. No, that direction, that direction for ship changes, model changes, I think is really cool. There's really no reason why everyone has the same ship models. They're just spheres in various sizes in simulation. Oh, no. Like, I think the major reason for having different ship models, the same uniform ship model is that there's a lot of QA that goes into ship models, especially if they're moving and stuff. If you have multiple ship models, then you're going to start to multiply the amount of work that the art team has to go through in making sure that everything works. It's a lot more work on their end. I think that's the major reason why you're not going to be seeing anything like that. I mean, I didn't get a specific answer as to why they wouldn't be doing that from Fox 4, but I would imagine that's the reason why. It's a lot of effort on their end. Especially if you have things like, okay, for the MOA, these are the ship skins that'll apply to it. And then you start adding in microtransaction options for different MOA models, and suddenly you're starting to multiply the amount of work that has to go into CCP vetting their ships in the game. What is this? Spider? What? Ah! It's a cockroach, not a spider. Alright, do I want to stay in the rift or not? Let's see what's going on over here. You know, I might get into a Hyperion. I think I'm actually going to jump clone as well. Let's see here. I think this station has jump clone already. This one is my empty clone. We're gonna swap out of my expensive implant set, and we're gonna get into a cheaper implant set. And we can do that from the Hyperion. That's fine. Hopefully that's awesome. I want to go to that station. Let me go to that station and talk. So the Tempest you saw earlier, it's probably my favorite Tempest fitting right now. I think it's the most viable Tempest fitting I've been able to come up with recently. It's not terribly fast, but double heavy newt is incredibly powerful in today's metagame. This Hyperion it doesn't have the ability to destroy supports capacitor in the form of double heavy newts, but it has nearly double the damage potential of the Tempest. It's limited to kinetic thermal, but it's very, very, very powerful. It has a lot more tank too. Quite fond of both of these ships. Okay, let's I shouldn't have drugs. Why does it show drug timer? Okay, it's just a bug. Only one rep, that's ballsy. It's about as ballsy as the Tempest. But the actual amount of tank that this ship has with the single Ansel Ripper is nearly 600 DPS, something like that. It's huge. It's huge. Actually, it's 600 DPS with links. Probably more like 500 DPS with overheat. But it's a huge tank. And because it's a combat battleship, it has a very respectable buffer to it. I think it's around 70k, 60, something like that. It's pretty good. Pretty good tank. It's not something that's going to survive a gang shooting at it for any length of time, but the idea with the ship is that between my heavy newt, my MGD, my mobility, that I'll be able to get tackle onto ships, kill them very quickly, and then just blow through ships. Between my blasters and my ogres, this is a full gank fitting. I have drone damage amplifiers on here. I'll be doing about 1500 DPS without heat. It's not quite a glass cannon. I would say it's a cannon. Not quite fully glassy, but it has a little bit of durability to it. Alright. Let us... Oh, why is this bugging? I'm going to report this. Alright, I'm assuming when I pop up drug here, this bug is going to go away. But I've never experienced this before. I don't often jump clone. This is something I feel is kind of important to share with CCP. Something should be hopefully a quick fix for them. Hi, I'm new to the stream. What is it you're doing tonight? AGUN. So what's going on right now? My name is Sardcade. I'm actually not the owner of this stream. I run my own stream over on Twitch TV. It's Twitch TV, Sardcade. I am part of the Ubiquitous Hurt Corporation, part of the We Hurt Alliance. We're trying to get into this year's Alliance tournament for EVE Online. There was a draw. There was a random draw of teams. There's a total of 64 teams that are going to be participating in this year's Alliance tournament. 60 of those teams have been determined. There are 4 slots left. There are over 20 teams that are going to be vying in a silent auction to get into one of those 4 slots. So what's going on right now is that we have a whole bunch of EVE Online streamers that are part of this alliance that are running a donation drive, an ISK donation drive, to try to get into the Alliance tournament. So I'm not the owner of the stream. We're all using guest keys, and we're all streaming to the same spot. I hope you're enjoying the transcoding. Loka for Loki on Twitch TV. He is a solo PvPer. He plays a lot of EVE Online. He also plays a lot of other games as well. He's kind of a variety caster. We're all he's hosting our video feeds. So we're looking at doing a 40-hour streamathon in support of these Alliance tournament push. So if you are a part of the EVE Online community, and you're interested in seeing a Alliance tournament team that is going to stream their perspectives in the Alliance tournament, if that's something that interests you and you have some ISK lying around, please donate towards this effort. Thank you. Do you have a Tech 2 veto? I do. Not in this container. You can't actually keep them in containers. They'll eat everything in it. You have to make sure you have some garbage for the Fidos to nom on, or else they'll just start eating everything in your containers. Let's see here. Okay, good drill, good roll. Oh no, it's gonna persist. Perfect rolls. All right. What I'm gonna do here is I'm going to restart my client because I don't want to have that thing on the top left of my screen. So let's restart EVE Online, and hopefully that bug will go away. I feel like you should whack out a Faction or Dead Space veto for the special occasion. For Fits and Giggles, we were probably going to be doing some crazy stuff. I'd like to fly my own ship, but that's not how Fits and Giggles works. At least if I recall correctly, that's not how it works. And fairly soon, I'm not entirely how soon, but CO4 Aderon, Sir Squeebles on Twitch TV, he's going to be picking up the streamathon. He will be doing a public roam, a public fleet, where everyone's invited to go. And generally, I believe the way that this particular theme for the roam goes is that you just bring random crazy shit that you'd never use normally in Tranquility. I don't do that well, but, you know. Okay. If you submit a ship, you can select it and hope they get it through the picks. Yeah, I think people can also veto that, and people can steal little ships and stuff like that. It's been a while since I've done one of these streams with, I've done one of these fleets with CO4 Raider on, so I don't remember quite how it works out. Just don't pick the ship called not Sardcade's Dominics. $100 MN Newt Cyclone. was one of the few ships to survive. Oh, jeez. Well, it's hard to kill cancer. MMCD. Oh, I forgot. We're back. Yay! Let's see here. I need to get another cat gift going. Oh, fuck off. There we go. I'm the Tempest. Land, I ended up docking it up, swapped over the Hyperion, swapped out of my snake set that I couldn't swap out of quite when I started the stream. And we're going to be heading over to Caligari Galente Faction Warfare Zone. I'm not gonna find Fleet, but I'm gonna put my little gem into the mix for fun. Squid, you asshole. Oh, goodness. Well, Eagle, I mean, if you pick your own ship, it's pretty much because you want to fly it. So if you have people in the fleet that don't particularly want you to enjoy yourself, or something like that, then yeah. Okay, now that I'm starting to remember what the Fix and the Giggles dynamic is, it's kind of a shit show. I highly recommend, if you guys are going to be joining in that, or you're interested in doing a public fleet with the stream team here with Sir Squeebles, that you get a bottle of something alcoholic, preferably with a decent alcohol content, because most people that are going to be flying in that fleet are going to be pretty toasty by the time we even undock. Burn back to gate! Burn back to gate! Flee! It's exactly it, Quicks. Until when can we donate? I believe until Monday. The cutoff date is Monday for the whole stream team thing. Or sorry, for the whole AT donation drive. Monday, I believe, is the cutoff for the silent auction. So you can donate any time today, tomorrow. Whiskey and vodka. Oh, jeez. Yeah, for sure, Squid. For sure. Squibbles tends to he tends to get decent fights. I don't know what it is about what he does, but he tends to get decent fights. Yeah, I need the alcohol tank. I've never heard of that term, alcohol tanking. I like it though. I need to work that into my E vernacular. Okay, nothing mid system. Jackdaw skin? Is that the large, maybe? Mauler's large, maybe. Doubt it's actually here. Ah, Quinny's here. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. Yeah, unfortunately, with the whole putting really super expensive stuff onto your ship, it doesn't tend to actually make it into space. That's the biggest problem with the Fitz and Giggle thing. Is that if you bring in puppies, that puppies tend to just take the faction stuff and run with it. Saltcadian. Oh, very nice, Queen. Very nice. Very nice. I thought that's happened, Squeebs. Hasn't that happened a couple times? No one's ever made off with faction stuff? I thought that's happened. It happened when I was in the stream. Oh, sorry, when I was in, I think the last one I was a part of. Some guy made off with something. Maybe that was resolved. I don't fucking know. Never. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Evidently, I don't know a thing. Don't mind me. Scoops, didn't you have a car container full of officer stations to use? Well, we still have to fund the actual ships at Hoth. Whatever you're comfortable doing, Nort. Oh, fair enough, Eagle. Yeah, I guess I misinterpreted what happened when I was in the last Hits and Giggles that I was a part of. Bunch of fucking worms. It's always a bunch of fucking worms. And a falcon. Nothing at the large. Thank you, Track Camera, for working. Always appreciate that. Jackdaw and a worm at the novice. Jackdaw, I'm assuming, is solar. Falcon, man. Falcon's such a frustrating experience. It's gonna undo a lot of my potential thingy stuff. That makes no sense. People typically base out of market hubs quicks. So they'll base out of Jita. They base out of Amar. There's no reason not to on TQ. At least there's very little reason not to. Here we go. MGG's off cooldown too. Eesh. Please, everyone, scatter, scatter, scatter to the wind. Oh, please. Please, someone tackle that for the love of everything that's dear to me. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, come on, you can do it. Give me a tactical notification. You're all awful! I'm gonna shoot you instead, Rector. Is everything still on 360? Not really. Alright, I'm gonna move on at this point. CGN is another Eve streamer? Oh, fantastic. Scoops, I don't know. Maybe. So it goes. No, the pest did not die. I swapped from the Tempest to the Hyperion. Squeebs. And Dodixie. I think you were there when he got pretty close to getting killed in Cormonan, but fortunately the tackler in Cormonan decided to not keep a scramble on me and burn away from scramble range. No reason to either. Maybe drones are scaring him. I don't know. I don't think I actually had drones on the Stiletto pilot in that situation. Okay, so Squibbles, are you ready to go? Yeah. I'm anticipating that the ship is that we should get a fight around Tama, so we'll see. Shouldn't be too much longer, Squeebs. Again, for everyone watching, what's going on right now, the reason why Sarcade is streaming at Loco for Loki's channel, we're doing an AT donation drive. We're trying to get... Oh, actually, I just saw that's a Ferox. Fuck is it? Okay, there's the gate. Looks like he jumped. Yes, he jumped. Looks like the two people that were tanky enough to actually tackle that guy have jumped into Devon. That's pretty frustrating. Rectors, yeah, are gonna have a very hard time to tackle this guy. This is the problem of not being on comms. Fox is already gone. Fuck. You hate the new icons for ship Spike? They're better. I don't necessarily think in all instances they're that much better, but they are better. I mean, you can at least now you can see the difference between a combat ship and an industrial ship just by looking at it. You couldn't really do that in the past. I think the icons are a better system. I also think the icon system is a work in progress in general. There's a lot of things that I think that could be improved, but I'm still kind of in the situation where I still need to spend time with them to determine whether or not they're what really needs to change. But all in all, I think it's a better system. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about like the old icons is that you knew what a ship was, you knew what a drone was. They're all very distinctive. Whereas now you have shapes that are similar between different types of objects. One of my favorites right now is beacons in comparison to ships. So if you look at my battleship icon, you look at the beacon icon, they're very similar. They're very pointy. It can actually kind of be frustrating to try to filter if you're looking by icons versus by type. No, I still occasionally works in FOB. I've been using less the tracking camera right now, but I still occasionally try, and when it works, I let it go. When it doesn't work, I immediately turn it off and you do manual scanning. That is a bad habit. Always warp to objects. Don't immediately jump or dock. I don't like how NPCs share the same icons as player ships. Yeah. I agree with that. Kind of. It would be nice if all players on your overview showed up like your selected items, and like ship flashies do. I don't quite understand what they mean by that. Scars. People saying good fight in here. A couple of suspects. I'm a returning player, and at the moment the new icons mess me up. Only when I land on a grid, I need to put more time into seeing what's a player and structure that's this stuff. Yeah, well, that's going to be the case, Scars. I mean, you have a major change for the UI. You're not going to be used to it. That's why I keep on saying whenever people ask me about the new icon system, what do you think about it? Do you like them? Do you hate them? I don't know. I haven't had enough time to acclimatize to it. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. It's like when I first was trying to get used to the radio menu. I hated it when I first started. I was like, this shit sucks, and I turned it off. And Carker, over the period of like a couple of weeks, like, use it, use it, use it, use it, use it. Like, fine, I'll try to use it. And these days I use it all the time. I think there's a lot of instances where the radio menu is awesome. And I'm kind of in the same opinion right now with the icon system. I think there's a lot of improvements to it. I think there's also a lot of areas that need improvement with it, but overall it's a better system. Fuck's the north gate. There. That guy's fast. God, fucking linked out assholes. I'm not even gonna get a nude on him. Nope. 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 I'm not allowed to get nudes and stuff on people. Because they're linked out assholes. Fuck you! Times 50. He's gonna be out of my lock range by the time I get this MGD off. Die! Die! You don't deserve to live! Fuck! Mm. Oh, there goes Locke. No, don't warp. Fuck. Realized too soon, too slowly that the armor was burning in. I fucking hate that failure. Stupid shit. Fuck you. You're. Ugh. God, so annoying. He went from 10 km to 40 km in a matter of like 5 seconds. Oh my Jesus. Oh my. Why has it gotta be this way? I think we got the Omen. Yeah, we got the Omen. Very nice. Tempest Newts. Hmm. It's a lot of sequels. Plus sides. That's what you get for not moving, my friend, my friend. Look being fun and wrecked. Sorry for the bump, guys. I'm on the signs for that sleep hole. Yeah. Oh, started here? Really? No. No. Nothing here. Yep, so Squeebs, I'm gonna be heading over to Hadley's. I'm gonna try to finish up with like in the next 10 or so minutes, then we're gonna be swapping over to you, okay, bud? Hopefully, we'll get into an engagement where I die and I can just pot over, but that's my plan right now. Go for bait maulers, 100k EHP cruisers. No one expects that. Yuck. V&I, huh? Jesus. It's so surprising to see a ship actually trying to legitimately do a Plux in a large outpost. I'm wondering if this guy's recons or something. I kind of hope he does, because that would actually mean we're going to get a fight. I'd be very surprised if the VNI sticks around, though. It helps if he's at range. Now he's burning towards me. Fuck. Oh, scram, nice. Okay. Looks like we have tackle on the Ishkar. I'm gonna put my warriors on to assist. Should be more than enough. These guys don't want to come close. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate my MGD's on cooldown right now. I could anchor one. I don't think it's really worth it, though. I'm pretty sure the Tempest has an MGD off cooldown, so there is that. So the Worm is entirely circumventing my gang. Oh, here comes Steeples. Scythe, fuck. Yeah, we're gonna break this guy. Unless he does that. I think Queenie's still tackled as well. Quinny evidently is fine. Not really sure what's going on with the rest of the gang, but I need to get back. I want to get my ogres. I need to reconnect my ogres if I get to this fight. Evidently the scythe is near the warp pin, so I'm just going to warp right back at 0 and hopefully just get it, tackle onto the scythe and kill that very quickly. It's really our biggest hope there. Hope and dream. I'm really happy that Seeple decided to do a... just go in the same direction as me so I could actually land some hits on him. Hey, Johnny. How's it going, man? Where's this fucking scythe? Nice! You stay right there, dude. I'm probably gonna get scrambled soon. This fucking Blackbird, dude. This fucking Blackbird. This fucking Blackbird! Why you gotta be this way, Blackbird? Why you gotta be this way? Seems like absolutely everything is shooting me as well. It's no fun. Got my drones on him. I don't really have anything to warp to. I'm gonna die here momentarily, so there's that. Yeah, good fight though, good fight. Blackbird's not gonna die, even though drones are on him. It will. We flew aggressively, and we paid for it. A lot of multiple jams from that Blackbird. I'm gonna assume that he had at least one Glinty racial, if not two. Pretty frustrating. Alright, dudes. Again, I hope you enjoyed. That was actually a really cool fight. That was pretty freaking amazing. Well, way too much. It ended up being... I was hoping that those guys were going to be shooting each other. Evidently, they were all blue to each other because they all decided to shoot at my ship. So I'm assuming... I think they were all Calari Fac War. I don't really know that well, but I was hoping, and that did not work out too well. Anyway, so that's going to be it for me. We have a streamathon going on right now. So to reiterate what's going on, the reason why Starcade is over on Loco for Loki's stream is that we have a streamathon going. The We Hurt Alliance, same guys that did the Neo 2 place third in the Neo 2 We Hurt. A whole bunch of Twitch TV streamers. We're trying to get into the AT. We didn't get into the random draw, so right now what's going on is that we're doing a donation drive, 40-hour streaming event, 40-hour plus streaming event, where we're trying to raise funds for the silent auction. We're competing with about 20 other alliances trying to get into one of the remaining 4 slots for the AT. So what's going on right now? So we're just doing our normal thing. A lot of kind of special events going on as well. But if you have ISK and you'd like to see a team that streams their point of view and actually see a first-hand perspective from many different ships and many different player views from one of the AT teams, please donate. The best way to donate would be to the Ubiquitous Hurt Corporation, or to Sardcade is another option. What's going to be going on right now, though? We have Sir Squeebles that is doing a public event right now. It's the Fits and Giggles event, so I'll let Squeebles explain that away. But I'm going to be shutting this stream down, and Squeebles is going to be picking up. So hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of Battleship combat that I provided for you guys, and we're going to be swapping over to Squeebs to do his thing.
That's awesome ship.
Where is Squeebles? Squeebles on here?
No.
Sound muted.
Just to make sure that Squeebles is ready. So pretty much what's going to happen is I'm going to shut down the stream, and then a couple of seconds later, Squibbles is going to take over. So I'm going to be shutting down now, and Squibbles is going to be taking over. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.